Hey guys, so today we're going to be energizing this home, fairly large. It's got a 400 amp entrance with a pre-wired metering box. This is all very different than your standard self-contained 200 amp entrance where you just slap the meter on. Our guys in the field have to have a metering course before touching this stuff. So the crew hung the transformer, ran all the wire, double run of 1/0. So the proper connectors, everything's bonded together. So where there's two separate runs, the two runs coming from our side as well as the customer side, they're all bonded in that gel port connector. So there's a few things we have to look for here. This is a pre-wired box, meaning, and none of this is energized, guys. I don't have my rubber gloves on. All this stuff is pre-wired from the manufacturer. The electrician simply has to run in the source and the load side wires. There has been instances where there's been errors right from the manufacturer, so we just kind of have to double check some of that stuff. The crew already ohmed out all the wires on the customer side and the source side, but just to give you an idea of something that they looked at, you can see we've got our two hots. One is labeled as red, one is black, and then we have our neutral. So you have to make sure that the two reds are bonded together, which they are, coming down inside these lugs here. So we've got our two reds and our two blacks, and then they come down in through the CT, which is a current transformer. And then once they pass through the current transformer, the load goes into the house. So all the load, when the power is being used, this current transformer is measuring the power at a ratio of 400 to 5, I believe it is. Current transformer, it should say on it here somewheres, 400 to 5 amp ratio. Reason for that is a regular power meter simply can't handle that much of amperage flowing through the small electronics. So we've seen this in videos a few times before. Our test switch, this is just to disconnect. Again, none of this is energized, but the meter, if you open up your test switch, isolates, so none of that is energized. It's very important never to have an energized CT with an open circuit. So once that meter is on, as the current flows through, these are the wires going to the CT, so that's going to pass through the meter that closes the circuit. Before ever removing that meter, if this is energized, you do have to close that shorting bar, which needs a screwdriver. It is locked open right now. Before we go any further, let's just jump in the truck and have a quick look at the wiring diagram. So we've got documents on our computer that have dozens of wiring diagrams for all the different meter setups. This guy here, 12240 volts, single phase, 3-wire, using a pre-wired box. So these wires down here, you can see we have our source, we have our two hots and our neutral, and there's going to be a small wire tapped off of each of the hots that passes through the meter. That's so the meter can measure the voltage. Somewhere it's going to be around about 120 volts per hot leg, probably realistically closer to 124. That's tapped directly off the wires, off our wires or off the service entrance wires. If this was a 347 600 or a 480 volt, they would have to pass through a potential transformer to bring them down to the 128. But this particular setup, you can grab the voltage directly off the line. Now, this little diagram here, that's showing your CT. So before we grab off the source wire to the meter, we have to pass, and the main wires pass through that, not the smaller wires. The main 4/0 aluminum or 250 MCM aluminum wires are going to pass through that CT, and then using the smaller wires at a 400 to 5 ratio, we pass that through the meter. So one important thing to check here, you want to check sure you have the proper polarity. So you have your red black and your red white wire. We're going to make sure that the white is on the proper polarity side so we don't reverse that polarity, which will mess up the metering. And also you can see there's a little ground tapped off of the RB, which stands for red black. So pretty straightforward. Let's go have a look at that again. So from the wiring diagram, these would be our source wires coming down in through here. So before going through the CT, that's where they grabbed off with the smaller wires for potential. That's what I was talking about, the 120 volts. So off of each hot, they're going to grab a voltage reading. That's going to pass, goes through there, comes down around through the test switch, and if those are open, the meter won't read anything, so we'll close that. It's going to go back up, and we've got our two hots coming here. That's where the meter is going to pick up the voltage off of each of the two legs. Now for our current, now I mentioned 250, this looks like it's all 4-aught aluminum. The power is going to flow through the CT, and this is where it's converted to the lower current, still at the 120 volts. But what's important is that you don't reverse the polarity. So we can see that little white dot right here. So we've got our white dot on the red side here, and same using the red white as opposed to the red black. That's our X1 and X2, kind of wired up like just an everyday regular transformer, so we don't have a reverse polarity there. Also, that white dot, you don't want to have that flipped over feeding through reverse. That's when you're gonna get some bad readings there. So the source side is your white dot there. And very important to make sure if this is energized that's jumpered out. Once your metering begins, you have to open that. If not, then you're not going to get a reading at all. But this is the ground we have to check. So the ground is tied into the red-black current wire, which is then bonded to the neutral. Before going into the, once the wires are distributed within the home, the ground and neutral are isolated from each other, but at the service entrance they are bonded together. And then of course we have our ground going through to a ground rod, which is buried deep into the ground there. Basically everything looks good. If I were going to close in that transformer and energize it before putting the meter on, we'd have to close that. I repeat that because that's very important. But we're just going to have everything all put together and heat it up all in one shot at the transformer. So we don't want anyone to mess with that stuff. So what we do, there's a cover on that. And we actually have to put meter seals over the test switch so that we know somebody, an electrician or somebody, didn't come here and open the power feeding to the meter, because when you pull that meter off, it doesn't disconnect power from the home. Unlike a regular 200 amp self-contained meter, when that meter's off, power still keeps on flowing, feeding through to the home. So it's very important to make sure everything's sealed correctly to avoid any tampering or power theft. So I'm just going to pause the camera here for a second and get everything all sealed up. We've got our seals in place now. The test switch cover is on. There's no way to remove that without cutting the seals. These are numbered, documented seals that if they do ever go missing, there would most certainly be an investigation. So there's no way to open circuit the CT or the meter. Our last step is to install our covers. This is what it looks like with all the covers installed. We can now install our meter. Again, very important, this is not yet energized. We're going to make sure all of our jaws line up and simply give her a firm push. And our last step, we always seal the meter, of course, but in these cases here, we also have to put a seal on this little tab right here to make sure that nobody accesses the current transformer. All right, so everything looks good here. One thing you'll notice in the cover, there's actually a red warning on all these pre-wired boxes. Short circuit current transformer secondary before removing meter. Supply to the load is not interrupted when meter is removed. So if I were to come here and do a meter change, simply remove that meter, I would cut that seal, open up that box. You don't even have to short out the CT there. What we do is we do it on the test switch. So there was a video that I showed when you open that test switch, the two black ones, it's actually going to short out across the two leads on the CT side that's energized, so that you don't actually have to short out the CT itself. So let's head back to the truck and get our telescopic stick we're going to close that in. I also grabbed pictures of all the metering information, CTE information, serial numbers. All right, beauty, transformer is in. We have power. We're just gonna head over to the main, do a quick voltage check, and we're losing daylight. I got a couple trees I gotta go cut down after yesterday's windstorm. Thanks for stopping in, guys, and we'll see y'all soon.